So we have all this done. That is going to be, I have a little dent here. I'll have to figure out how to fix that. Normally you wouldn't fix that. You would just start again, but I don't really care today. Okay, so I have all of that on. I'm going to clean up some of these edges here so they're all tidy. All the little details that you need to get, and press that and make sure it's really tight so it won't come apart as it dries. When the clay starts to dry, it starts to shrink, which means that sometimes your seams can come apart if you weren't careful and really take care of them. So I'm going to put a coil on the inside here to reinforce that. I already have one that's somewhat done. I'm going to go really small with this. I've decided over time that something closer to this size is better than something close to this size, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And when you roll out a coil, you want to make sure you're not just going back and forth a little ways because you'll end up with a flat coil, so you want to go along longer strokes so that you have a smooth round one. There are machines called extruders that you can get that will make a round coil. I don't think they go this small, but it's kind of like that Play-Doh machine where you put Play-Doh in and you squish it and it comes out kind of like a cookie press. Yeah, I guess that works okay. I kind of like a hand-rolled coil. So, I have that rolled out. I am going to use this tool to get the inside right in here roughed up just a little bit. And I'm going to start, oh, no. I'm going to start right here. And I'm just, can you see that? I'm pressing it in and making sure that I feel all the air bubbles pop out. There's already slip in there that I put on. And you want to be careful that you don't press too hard, but you press enough. And you'll go around the curves. If this was square, I would cut it off in the corners and then have a meet. In fact, I'm going to do that here. Okay. I'm actually going to get this one started down here where it's straight. And again, press it in. I like to press it in with my finger first because I can feel what's going on underneath there. It's moving a little bit. Okay, so, and then we're going to need a little bit more. Is that too dry? Let's do this one. Right, so now I'm going to go back this way. I'm trying to do it so you guys can see it, but it's not easy. Oh, this is going to fit just perfect. Look at that. Okay. All right, so that coil is now in. Sometimes I go back with a little tool that looks like this. It's sort of curved on one end, or my actual favorite. Let's see if I can find my favorite one. Nope. I'm going to put it over here. Nope, 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 not it. Not it. Alright. So, but I just used it just the other day. It's kind of like this one. This will work. I have one that's smaller, so now I can go back and I don't have to have my big old hand in here, and I can really press down on that. All the way around. Because this side is kind of soft with all the extra slip, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to let it sit out for a little bit to dry. But before I do that, I'm going to try and make sure that that lid that we started with fits properly. And if not, then I will mold and bend the sides so that it fits real snug. And then every time I take it out, if I take the lid off, I will put it back on before I let it dry. They need to dry together so that they stay shrinking at the same rate. And that way I can continually assess if it fits properly or not. So I'm almost there. And then we'll test out that lid if it's dry enough. If it's not dry enough, we'll let it dry a little bit longer. I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour or something. Watch a movie, eat dinner, whatever. Come back, call a friend. And all right, so everything's pressed nice and tight. I think that this is, it's a little soft, but we're going to try it. All right, so, oh, shicey. Okay, let's see. If I got that part in. I think because we made the side fit, look, you can tell it doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to have to work on that a little bit. Let's see. And I don't know how I'm going to make that work, so it might take me thinking about it for a little while and coming back. I find a lot of times with clay, there's always something you could be doing with something. You know, I always recommend having more than one piece going at a time, because while one is drying or you're thinking about how it's going to work, then you can come back to the other. And if you kind of look, I can sort of see that it's not fitting right here and right there and right up here. So I don't know if I can make it fit until I cut some stuff. And you can probably see why, because if you look carefully, this is curved in because I cut it a little too short. And anyway, you know, part of that is learning and doing it. This is the, I don't know, I haven't done a soft slab something like this in a long time. I'm usually using pinch pots, which you guys have already seen me demonstrate. And we'll see if I can make this fit. I don't know if it's going to work. But, so we're going to stop for here. This is my heart-shaped box. I will make another video of more progress on this. And you can see my heart-shaped vessel. I'll just pull it out of its bag really quick. And you can see this. I made a time-lapse creation, time-lapse video of me working on this, which is like a little thing, heart-shaped. It has another little heart shape, and then it has little legs. Right now these are not hollow all the way through. There's a little wall right there. So I'm thinking about making either a lid that comes all the way off, or one here and then another compartment here is how I'm sort of envisioning it. If I do a second compartment here, I'm going to put a little tail on the end, so it'll be a little heart animal kind of thing. This is what I made with pinch pots and some soft slabs. And then I did coil style, like just sort of squeezing with my hands to make the little feet here. And it sits up really nice, which you can't see from where you're at. So if I were to put it here, and then here it's sitting up, you can see that it sits nice. with 3 legs, it'll always sit nice and not wobble back and forth like ding 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 ding, which is why I always do mine with 3 little legs rather than 4 little legs. That way they're always for sure going to sit flat. And I'll make a video soon about me when I finally decide what to do with these parts, how I cut that open and create the lids for these, because it's going to be different than this one. All right. Thanks for watching. That is a long video.